Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth. I'm your host, Euclidean Mind, and I'm joined by Boo.
Hello.
Hello, Boo. Alright, I think we're gonna talk to him now.
I'm happy to see you, little brother.
It's good to see you too, Philip. Your hair is starting to get a bit grey.
Yours isn't. But at least in this one case, I will be the one to boldly charge ahead of you.
You've always been bold. You just don't admit it to yourself.
Francis, what are you doing here?
King Henry is dead.
I know. Word reached St. John's shortly before I left.
First the king, and now Prior James.
God has a plan.
I know he does, but King Henry's death caused quite a commotion in the world of politics. Dark times are coming. There will be war.
Francis notes, rivalry for the throne. Francis notes about the late King Henry. Empress Maud and King Stephen, Part 1, dated the 1st of January 1136. For many years our late King Henry had been without an heir. His only legitimate son, as well as several other relatives, had drowned while crossing the English Channel one night in 1120. Oop. It's not how I want to do that. Scroll, okay. 1120. Finally, his daughter, Maud, gave birth to a boy. It was Henry's last wish that his infant grandson would continue his reign as Henry II, once the boy came of age. And until that day, his mother, the daughter of the king, would rule in his place. Despite being the rightful heir to the throne, Empress Maud is viewed unfavorably by most of our Norman overlords. The reason is Maud's marriage to Geoffrey of Anjou. The country of Anjou and the Duchy of Normandy have been rivals for a long time. A rivalry that now is about to become a war, taking place right here in England. For Maud's cousin Stephen of Blois has now crossed the channel from Normandy and taken the throne by force. Ooh.
If only we could stop the suffering.
Maybe we can. I came not just to meet you. I was sent to look for a messenger of my lord, Earl Robert.
Here? In Kingsbridge?
Farmers said the messenger was heading for Kingsbridge 2 weeks ago. The knight was carrying a confidential document that might change the course of the conflict. People here trust you. Maybe the monks here know something?
We will find him.
One more thing. No one can know why we're looking for the knight.
Save real quick. Things are getting deep.
I wonder, Francis, how much of your work is related to our Lord?
All of it. But Earl Robert is not a pious man. I try to guide him as best I can, but I cannot change what he has me writing or reading.
This hot stone is a blessing, Philip.
Hmm.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the spring comes, and the hot stone really helps, Philip.
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us. Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish, and those that he has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will you? If he thinks I've been complaining, he'll be displeased.
Have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the Priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
Oh, he could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid. I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
I heard about this. I think that would be unwise.
Sometimes I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here, Philip. Maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Have faith in the Lord, Brother Paul. You did well.
Thank you, Philip.
Mm-hmm.
Prior James had a document I would like to see.
It's probably amongst the things that Remigius is going to burn.
Oh no.
He's in the prior's room. Maybe you can talk him out of it.
I have an idea what we might do here to get that note.
Rotten edges. We used to eat them. Now, they're eating us.
What is it? Can you not see that I'm working?
Brother Marcus stole Cuthbert's keys.
Brother Marcus. I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me. Theft is something we cannot take lightly.
No, I don't want to do that. Alrighty. So, let's back up for a sec.
What is it? Can you not see that I'm working?
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Well, our little cell has given much to the Mother House. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
The state of this priory.
The state of this priory is the concern of the Prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's documents.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
But the new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new prior.
For now, you are not. Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother Andrew will surely understand why you would go against James's last request.
Sacrist must organize a chapter meeting to save Prior James' documents.
If you really want to be of help, look for Brother Cuthbert's keys. He's getting old, misplacing them all the time.
About the chapter meeting.
Oh, talk to Brother Andrew. He will be just as pleased as me to have you around. Now leave.
Brother Andrew.
That's why we can all pray to him. We don't need to go to church for that. No, we are the temple.
Okay. I think we got the right direction going here.
But why a church?
That way I won't get Andrew.
I should
Why
talk
do
to
we-
Andrew's sacrist.
That way I won't get Andrew.
Why do we create
I should
temples
talk to
if we
Andrew's
are?
sacrist instead. It's the only way.
Isn't it almost arrogant to try and build a greater temple? Don't say that.
Is Andrew the little guy out here? It's Brother Paul.
Remigius told me that Brother Andrew might arrange a chapter meeting for me. He wasn't happy, but I can't just allow the prior's possessions to be burned.
I'd better not get involved. It would anger Remigius.
I'll check if there's anything going on here still. Nope. Where's Brother Andrew?
Milius, may I have a word with you?
What can I do for you, Brother Philip? You look like I'll be here.
Brother Cuthbert.
Philip.
I'm looking for a document that was given to Prior James.
It's probably in the Prior's room, then.
I will leave you to your work.
I will leave you to yours.
So we gotta find Andrew.
Thank you for your help.
How could I not help you? You're my little brother.
I knew I could rely on you.
Why not? We wouldn't be here if...
What we have to ask ourselves is, can our Saint Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
A new relic might also attract more pilgrims.
Philip of Gwynedd, I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
I beg your forgiveness. I was overwhelmed when I heard Prior James passed.
You should know better. I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
You mentioned a new prior.
The election will be held in a few days, when we all convene for the chapter meeting.
I am looking for a document that was in the possession of Prior James.
How does that relate to my tasks? Talk to Remigius.
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt, and without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in a chapter meeting today.
Thank you, Brother Andrew.
When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
It feeds us. We are people of God.
In order to save Prior James' documents, all brothers need to attend the meeting.
We need to eat too. We come together here. I see. A temple to feed the temple. Yes.
Still walking around in the cold?
So you gave the knight's letter to Prior James?
Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. Maybe it's better that way. After all that has happened.
What did you say again about Remigius's weakness?
Nothing makes him angrier than someone who doesn't answer. It's not fitting for a sub-prior.
I have to leave, Brother Paul.
Take care of yourself. It's getting colder, I think.
Maybe that's the key of winning this next argument.
There will be a chapter meeting soon.
Ah, thank you for letting me know, Philip. Remember my advice about Remigius.
Still there, Boo?
Yeah, I'm here.
We have suspicion afoot.
One of the friars is doing something?
I think Remigius is the evil. That's probably pretty dang obvious.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
You convinced Andrew? Miracles do happen. We will be there. You have our support.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
Excellent. I can't wait to see you and Remigius quarrel.
Brother Cuthbert?
Do not worry. We are on your side.
Brother Arnaldus, there's a chapter meeting today.
Today, I'll be there. Wouldn't miss that.
Just making sure. Bam, bam.
A waste of time.
Oh, ye of little faith.
We must take good care of us. And our cathedral.
That will not get the chapter meeting started fast. There will be a chapter meeting in a few minutes.
Oh yes, we will be there. Thank you for letting us know.
No. I heard it, I'm sure. There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again. What was that?
No talking. Now we sing.
Are you sure you heard something? Yes, I'm sure.
It was nothing. Calm down and concentrate.
The cathedra. It is not for me to take that seat.
Did you not hear it?
You seem troubled, brother.
They won't. They won't sing.
It's Adolphus.
There was nothing, believe me.
I heard him crying in the crypt. I think I heard him too.
No, you are mistaken.
It sounded like a whip, like he was chastising himself. It's the end of days.
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is nothing and no one down there.
I think I heard it again. Adolphus?
What's going on about? He saw somebody?
Silence!
Philip, have you found something yet?
Not yet. I will see what I can do.
Oh, why did I click them again?
About the crypt.
Please go into the crypt. Then tell them that there is nothing, not a single thing, to be afraid of.
I think I heard it again. No. I heard it, I'm sure. There was something. He's right.
I guess I'm gonna keep making the sign.
There it was again.
Go into the crypt. He digs graves. Will he know a way?
Rotten edges.
Hmm.
We used now.
Am I missing something here? Crypt. Mill? Oh! Probably beyond repair. How much work to build. How much neglect to let it fall apart. Dusty cloth. Nothing special about it. Carving. Where it's carved in wood, a farewell message. Words carved into the wood of the old mill, found in January 1136. Brothers, I have to leave. I have not found God to be here with you. The cane of Subprior Remigius shall never again hit my back. Never again. Maybe I shall find God elsewhere. Thomas. September 1134. That is just wrong. That bastard.
To repair this, it will need more than my faith. He lost his faith in the Priory, but I hope not his faith in God.
From the sounds of it, maybe not yet. Oh, ye sheep of little fur.
No need to lock the guest house.
Did you not hear it? Adolphus?
No, I'll stay down here. I'm not good with heights. Careful, Brother Cuthbert will get in trouble if I lose them.
I heard it.
Crypt of St. Adolphus. There we go.
I'm sure.
Little weird in here. Can't see. If I look around, my eyes may adjust. I feel like I'm being watched. The remains of St. Adolphus, one of the 49 martyrs, lying away. Cordoba. If I look around, my eyes may adjust.
Let's see. Hello? Ah! What is that?
A demon?
What is that? It's the size of a child. Hello? Ah! Oh. An owl. Just an owl. The choir will be relieved to know that. I should tell them. The brothers did hear something after all.
What's up, buddy? Just an owl looking straight at me. Where did it come from? I shall read you scripture, young Padawan.
I will contemplate this later.
I guess not.
God will bring with him those who have fallen asleep.
Brother Owl, will you join us? Oh, I thought I broke the game for a second.
No talking. Now we sing.
There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
God bless you, Brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
So do we think the owl may be Satan?
Say no.
Indeed.
You look like you want to say something.
What is it? It was good talking to you, Miss.
Good talking to
So we cannot use the information we had gained. Okay, so I guess we now go speak to Remigius. Ding dong.
Oh.
Well, there's something important. No, we're not gonna report the key thief to him. We're just gonna come in and stare at you.
has finished singing. The cantor should find time now. Are you ready for the chapter meeting, Brother Philip? If you have any other business to take care of in Kingsbridge, do it now. The meeting could take a long time.
The chapter meeting is more important.
Of course. But there is one more matter I need to address first. We are still looking for the man who stole Cuthbert's keys. Do you know who the thief is?
Oh, hard decision. Do we tell him or do we not?
What do you feel is more important?
What would Philip do?
Which is more of the good option?
Don't give the novice's name. Give the novice's name.
Who's the novice?
Marcus, the one that's been stealing from the cellar.
Stealing what?
Food and other supplies that's been hurting the church.
Why has he been stealing, though?
Because he can.
He can?
Because he stole keys. It's not because he's needy, it's because he's want.
Wait, repeat that. You cut out.
Oh, my bad. It's not because Marcus is needy or hungry, he's just doing it so he can do it.
Give him the name.
We're giving
He's
him
doing
the
it.
name.
Yeah, give him the name, because that's...
Okay, here we
It
go.
was Brother Marcus. I heard him confess to another novice.
Brother Marcus, again. Sub-Prior Remigius will punish him for his transgression. Now, let us begin.
And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honored. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip. I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him. So did you know him. What are you trying to achieve with your silence? You waste our time.
I say he knew him well.
James was the one who asked Philip to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision then.
But his last wish was not. Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
He hates silence.
Your silence is offensive. You came to talk, so talk.
Prior James was a troubled man.
Yes, he left the Priory in the dead of night.
God was testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me.
If the Lord tested James, then he is testing all of us. I trust the Lord, so did James, and so should all of you. He was misguided when he walked onto the ice that night, as he was misguided in his last wish. Whatever or whoever misguided him.
Maybe it wasn't the devil. We've never seen him.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
But did he do anything besides talk?
Yes, he brought me a hot stone.
That's our Philip. Very well, Philip. But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not? We deserve the truth. What are your true intentions?
I am here only to help this priory.
This priory, of course. I say it is not a coincidence that he should make his voice heard now, shortly after James's passing and before the elections.
What are you saying, Brother Remigius?
This is not about James. It is about him. He wants to be prior.
No. I came here to talk to James.
I think that is a wonderful idea. I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
I can't disagree with that.
Well, yes, obviously much.
Excellent choice.
What about Remigius?
That's surprising.
Great idea. Philip.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Thank you for your kind offer, but we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you. We don't have much time. Evening Mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no. And Milius is right. Kingsbridge needs you.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
Francis notes, Rivalry of the Throne Part 2. Francis's notes about the late King Henry, Empress Maud, and King Stephen. Part 2, dated the 1st of January 1136. Our new King Stephen is supported by most of our Norman overlords, and even by the Church. His younger brother Henry is Bishop of Winchester, and one of the most important priests in all of England. He made Stephen swear on an oath to reserve power to the Church, which had little influence on political affairs under King Henry. A good day for the Church and for us. Though the trouble is that my Lord Earl Robert of Gloucestershire is one of the king's bastards. He wants to see his half-sister Maud on the throne, believing she would heavily rely on his guidance and advice during her reign. In the name of Empress Maud, he and his allies have formed a rebellion against the King Stephen. Not long now, there will be war.
Now, let us look for the letter.
We made it. Save on 1. We'll save on 2. Let's see. Yeah, we still got some time. Documents. Francis books, more books. Tablet. Tome. Barrel. Tablet. Prior James used to teach. Wanted all brothers to read and write. He stopped teaching a few years ago. A priceless collection of wisdom. We saved it from the fire. It's full of historical, secular, and religious texts. Tomes on history and politics, and the Priory's ledgers. Could Kingsbridge flourish again? A simple tablet. A mess on the table. Was Remigius searching for something? A Bible? What a mess. Disgraceful. What a mess. Disgraceful. Bible. Writing tablet. Daylight helps saving candles. Can see the whole Priory from here. Blank sheets of parchment. Musty smell. Should be stored in a drier place.
James spent much time writing in the last 10 years. Instead of a prior, he became more of a recluse.
That is what you monks do, isn't it?
It used to be.
Let's make haste before Remigius insists on helping us.
The handwriting on this tablet is hardly legible. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. Did Prior James write this?
Let's continue looking.
Prior James was working on a text. Our God is a consuming fire, and whom he destroyed shall be raised at the end of days, and shall destroy him. The first line is from the scripture, but I do not believe the second one is.
I'm back.
Philip, we
Welcome
must
back.
focus on the letter.
Francis, I think I found it.
In the Bible?
Revelations, the Apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Letter dated December 18th, 1135. Robert of Gloucestershire. Name the day and we will be ready to shed blood in the name of Empress Maud. I and my bondsmen will ride against Stephen of Blois. We do not start the war, but we shall unleash it. Stephen himself started it, the day he betrayed King Henry's daughter and took her throne. He and those who swore loyalty to him, Bartholomew, Earl of Shiring.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
The Bishop of Kingsbridge? Why?
Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Help Francis to uncover a conspiracy against the king. You were nominated to become Prior of Kingsbridge. You agreed to meet the bishop. You reported Brother Marcus the thief. You gave Brother Paul a hot stone soup of Spain. Remedius still holds you in contempt. You found a message in the mill. You found beech nuts for Mill's garden. Jack. Shoot Forest. Alright. I actually want to do something really quick because I don't want to mess anything up here. We'll save on this spot. Guess not. So we're going to load back over here. I hate missing out on looking at things. So we're going to click on the stuff we didn't get to see.
The writing here is strangely distorted and illegible. But it must be James's writing.
Age can be a troublesome burden.
Nothing under here.
James slept here, a frail old man at the mercy of his dreams.
James was involved in politics once, like you, before he became prior.
Just like me. You see, there is a way then. A way to connect politics and faith.
I wonder. Nothing here.
If we must, we'll look between the pages of every single book. But for now, let's concentrate on the more obvious places to search.
Okay. Pretty certain we looked at everything we needed to look at there. Bored, dead, rotting, what a waste. We'll save on spot 1. Thank you all for joining. This has been Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth. I've been your host, Euclidean Mind, and I was joined by Boo.
Play.
And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Play.